This is the first time I've been required to speak about me, so I will do my best to tell you a bit about who I am. My name is Sean Sheffy. I hail from Detroit, Michigan. I have 3 siblings, 2 half-siblings, a brother, sister, and then I have a full-blooded twin who's actually seated here today. My mother moved me from Detroit, Michigan to Las Vegas, Nevada during my childhood after she divorced my father. I had a pretty typical childhood. Hobbies included playing basketball, baseball, fishing. And so just like every other child, during the course of that time, there's so many things I wanted to do. I wanted to become a martial artist. I wanted to become a lawyer, a doctor, a bodybuilder, a philosopher. But for the past 6 years, I've had an affinity for software engineering and computer science. And that stemmed from watching the film The Social Network. Now, if you haven't seen that movie, it's pretty much about how Facebook began. And so I watched this movie once a year for like 4 years straight. And the first year I watched that movie, I thought, man, these guys are so intelligent, this is so great, but I can't do that, I'm not good enough. And the second year I watched it, I thought the same exact thing. But by the 4th year I watched it, I thought, I don't care how stupid I am, this is what I'm going to do. And so I looked at my life and I thought, what's happening around me? What are people doing? What are my previous classmates, what have they become? And one of them actually created the world's first Bitcoin ATM. And his company was called RoboCoin. Now, if you want to see one of his ATMs, you can go down to the D Las Vegas and go down to the concierge, and that Bitcoin ATM is from his company. I had another friend during the 2020 pandemic who created an application called TP Finder. Now, we all know that the most scarce commodity during the pandemic was toilet paper. And basically he developed an app, you went on it, and it told you all the various stores that had toilet paper available. And so looking at all this, I thought, well, what can I do? Well, now I'm going to sign up for computer science. But there were some circumstances that led to me taking a long time to make this happen. And that's because I have a health condition. It's undiagnosed, nobody knows what to call it. But I've essentially coined it Global Venous Return Deficiency Acromegaly. And so pretty much what that means is that the blood does not circulate properly from my veins back up to my heart. And basically what happens is if I don't take care of myself, the skin can break down, it can get infected, and I won't be able to walk because I wasn't able to walk properly for several years. I had a bunch of surgeries, I saw various doctors that didn't know what they were doing, but in December 2017, I met a radiologist who said, hey, let's take a look and see what's going on within the abdomen. He inserted a catheter in through my groin and went up. He found out things were inflamed. And he said, okay, well now that you've got this inflammation, I'm going to refer you to the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. They performed a catheter, right heart catheterization, and they checked the pressures in my heart. And I had to pedal on a bicycle to see exactly what was going on. And essentially everything came back inconclusive. But it was during the pandemic, right before the pandemic, when I figured out, okay, this is how I can manage this disease. By wearing compression stockings during night, during the day. And so basically, the message I'm trying to deliver to you is, life is full of mishaps and misdirections and consequences. But just be patient and just keep trying. That's all that you can do.